Can you cast ant nests with plaster? If you're curious about creating a detailed cast of an ant nest using plaster, you're in the right place. Let's break down the process and see if it's something you can do at home. To start, you'll need a few basic materials: plaster of Paris, a bucket or large bowl for mixing, a cup for measuring, a wire whisk, and a shovel. The type of plaster you use should be the kind that sets in about 2 to 3 hours. First, locate a fire ant mound or any other ant nest that you want to cast. It's best to choose a smaller mound because larger ones can go very deep and require too much plaster. Make sure the mound is solid and not too wet, as pouring the cast after a rain can cause the tunnels to collapse. Before you begin, you might want to apply an insecticide a few days in advance to reduce the risk of ant stings. Wear latex gloves with talcum powder to protect your hands from ants and any chemical residue. Next, prepare the mound by flaking off the top to expose several tunnels. Mix 3 parts water with 5 parts plaster using a wire whisk. Ensure the mixture is smooth and free of lumps, as any lumps can block the tunnels. If the mixture is too thick, add a bit more water until it flows easily into the tunnels. Slowly pour the plaster mixture into one tunnel at a time, making sure each tunnel is completely filled. If the mixture is too thick, it will run off the side of the mound instead of flowing down the tunnel. Adjust the consistency by adding more water if necessary. Once the plaster has set, carefully dig up the cast and place it in a bucket of soapy water to loosen the soil and drown any remaining ants. Let it soak for at least 15 minutes, then wash it with a high-pressure washer to remove excess soil. If there are any foreign materials stuck in the cast, you can use needle-nose pliers to remove them. For those interested in creating a plaster nest for ant keeping, you can design your own Formicarium using modeling clay and plaster. Line the container with plastic wrap or waxed paper to ensure the plaster can be removed easily once it sets. Create the nest structure using the clay, including chambers and tunnels, and then pour in the plaster mixture. Let it dry slowly, avoiding direct sunlight and using a damp towel to keep it moist and prevent cracking. So to answer your question, yes, you can cast ant nests using plaster. It requires some preparation and careful handling, but the end result can be a fascinating and detailed replica of an ant nest.